No. We can talk about black businesses in light of this post-BLM movement and how we should be succeeding and not, like, we need to move from we don't have that to we have that.
There we go. There we go.
I'm not just a pretty face and I skipped 2 years at school. Bam!
Yeah.
But I ain't got no
She's
questions.
not just a pretty face and a skinny waist.
No, don't say that because I don't. It's not skinny today. I have to remember to breathe in.
No, we're not breathing in.
We've got to apologise because we're very hot right now. I'm very sweaty. I apologise to you as well. I'm sorry.
No,
Can I just say that Angela is the only one
Yeah.
who's not sitting next to somebody?
To be honest with you guys,
Yeah?
I'm in the trenches with you because this is not how I'd want to sit.
Yeah, but you're not
anyway.
sitting next to somebody. You don't have someone's body heat next to you.
Yeah, but I've got the sunlight shining on me.
It's shining on all of us.
No, it's more on me. But it's
Okay.
okay. I'm getting used to it. And I'd actually like to sit completely differently, but I can't.
You can.
No, I can't.
Do it.
For several different reasons, but I can't. One, because Lynn's going to shout at me. And second of all, because when it comes up, my family will shout at me. So, no. I feel like we should sing like a welcome song, like
No, welcome. Song.
smile at your neighbour.
Do you know what? I haven't sang in
I
church
haven't
for
seen you
so
in a long
long.
time.
I don't know what even. I don't even remember any welcome songs.
Fred, I don't know what the program looks like anymore. But that's another podcast for another day.
What? Getting back to church.
Or not.
Or
not.
Oh no. Oh Lord, please, Jesus.
We can't include that
Heavenly
one.
Father, please just bless
Don't
us.
strike us down, Lord
Don't
Jesus.
strike
We
us
still
down.
want to be with you, in you.
Amen.
We might not want to be in your buildings.
So guys, you know tomorrow it's Black Pound Day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know what that is?
That we spend
Pounds
our
from
pounds.
black people to black companies.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Which I don't know who set it up. Like, I don't know whose idea it was, but I think it was a British guy. I don't remember his name, sorry. We'll add it in the comments, like in the description. But basically, I think it came off the whole thing around, obviously, there was a lot of talk last year from Killer Mike, and he did a TV show about spending money in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
I think we spoke about it a little bit. And they were saying that actually, compared to other communities, like black people don't tend to spend their money in the black community, and even when they're tasked with doing so, actually he tried to do a challenge, and I think he only kept the dollar in the black community or in black business for 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, wild compared to other communities who can keep it like in a community for up to like 6 days. So I remember thinking to myself, that's crazy, and we should be doing something like that in the UK. But I kind of put it to the back of my mind, and now obviously in light of the current situation, so you know, in the wake of like the murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, like so many other people, more recent, well, not recently, but Elijah McClain, and everybody else who's died from police brutality. I think now in the UK there's been like a real uprising and almost like a collective movement. Yeah, like a collective movement, I guess, of people wanting to come together and do something really positive. So this person's come up with the Black Pound Day on the 27th. So yeah, it's tomorrow, but we'll be talking about it retrospectively. But what do you guys think about that? Like, first of all, do you think that we needed to have had a movement in order to galvanize us, to help us to spend money in the black community? And how easy do you think it is now? Like, not like last year, but now more so than ever.
It's always a good idea to have a call to action for something that's important and something that we actually need to do. We need to promote black businesses. But I don't know if I know that many black businesses apart from takeout food and barbershops. I don't know that many. If I was going to say I'm going to buy something from black people tomorrow, the first thing in my mind is, okay, I know where the food places are. But we have issues with them too. But yeah.
But is that a failing of you, or is that a failing of us as people? Because to be honest, I have to say, for me, I reckon if it was about maybe a year and a half ago, then yeah, maybe I'd say the same thing. But I know I've definitely made a concentrated effort. But having said that, like I can definitely talk about where you can get your nails done. I can talk about aesthetics, where you can get your hair done, where you can buy shea butter, like where you can even get black-owned makeup. And I recently discovered someone who does nail polish, so like nude tones for black people, which is something that I have been looking for ages. Something really small, really simple, black tights, like, you know, like plasters like that are skin colored for black people. But if you were to ask me, oh, well, where can I buy a new duvet set? I
This is
don't
what I'm
know.
talking about. Everything you just said was cosmetics.
Yeah.
Everything. So I'm a man, so I can't buy any of that stuff apart from the blasters, right?
You can buy nail polish if you want to, Lyndon.
I
Don't let
definitely
anyone
can't.
tell you anything
Yeah, I
different.
can't. I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, so there we go. What else do you have in your mind that's black owned? Because I know that black people have owned.
Cards, you know, a black owned
Cards?
card,
Greeting
a greeting
cards.
card.
Yeah, but it's got to be
company.
someone's birthday.
No, it doesn't. People
Maybe
send.
you can send a
My
card
point
saying,
is, what can we buy tomorrow?
yeah, you can send a card saying Happy Black Pound Day.
How about that?
How about that?
Watches? No, I know 3 brands that are black owned watches. I have a friend who's launched a watch brand.
I've got a cousin who launched a
Daniel Weathers,
watch brand.
Daniel something has a watch brand that's black owned.
Okay, well, if I knew about that, that'd be nice.
You know
I'll
what?
let you know about.
So this is what I'm saying. Is it a failing of us or is it a failing of the businesses? Because I honestly believe if we search for it, we can find it. Because I made a very conscious decision last year. I needed to support more black businesses. I can't do as much as I would want to do, and I don't have as much income to spend on investment.
Yeah, but
and
how much does anybody search for a particular type of person's business? A white person doesn't have to because they already know them because they're advertised to them.
No, it's not because they're advertisers. It's because they exist, Lyndon. They generally have the monopoly on the market, apart from like barbershops and hair salons.
The same way if you were in Jamaica, if we're in Rwanda, we wouldn't have to
all
look
the
for
business,
black
Right.
majority of the business are black.
Right.
So you're gonna know about them because you're gonna step out your house, see a billboard, and 9 times out of 10 it'll be a black business.
Yeah.
In the UK, it's different. So we don't know. They're not as easy to remember. I don't know any apart from hair, makeup, food.
Do you think that the reason why we know hair, makeup, food places because we go out of our way to look for a black barber because you don't want to go to a white barber or a black food place because you like your black
I don't
food.
have a choice. I have to. Yeah, so I have to look for a black barber.
Or even a black. You can have different types of food, but you look for.
Yeah, because sometimes I want food that's closer to what I was growing up eating.
Or black makeup because we know that maybe if like I don't know all of the other brands made makeup that was for us, then we wouldn't feel this need to go out and maybe or wouldn't feel this like push to go and look for it. But actually, that's what we really need. Actually, even in stuff that we can use the same way a white person uses, so like a greeting card where you can't really. It's very niche to have like maybe black phrases or slogans on the front of a greeting
black
card.
people, just black people who look like us.
Exactly, or even like a car wash like place where it doesn't really matter initially about who's washing the car. We have to just go out of our way to look for them, I guess. And I think it's true. Being around you, especially for Breeze, I think I've realized it's coming more to like the forefront of my mind.
Yeah.
Saying, oh gosh, like let me see. You don't even dawn on you in your normal like thoughts. Think, oh, let me look for a black owned greeting card company.
The reason why I'm pushing it is because I don't know if it's a failing of the business. So I found a black greeting card company last year because I was really looking for one, and I was looking everywhere, and I found 3, and I finally found them. And the first thing I said was, "Why is it so hard to find you?" And they said, "Well, we actually advertise on Instagram." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Well, you're not targeting me, and I specifically was looking for you." Now I might fall outside of the demographic, which is fine. Do you know what I mean? But I live in London. I've got disposable income, and I want to send greeting cards. So really, I'm like the lowest common denominator. But anyway, I guess what I'm saying is what exactly can they do to advertise themselves more than any other organization? I don't think it's about them advertising. Maybe it's because they're not the monopoly, or they just don't have the same budgets, or they're just they're not the known brand.
Yeah, so you're not on the nail on the head there. It's the budget. The amount of people that you reach is directly attributed to how much money you can spend on it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's as simple as that. If you said earlier, if you wanted to get a new sofa, you don't know any black sofa people, but you know about DFS, don't you? Because they're always on the TV, always. Because they got all the money.
Yeah, it's true. I also wonder if there's something in it that like maybe the reasons as to why we can find hair, food and cosmetics is because maybe that's what we invest so much in. Like I know that black women especially contribute, I might get this wrong, I'm almost sure it's $6 billion annually to like hair and beauty markets. Like that
in the world.
In the world. Which makes sense. It must be around that. That's not even that much money, actually, to be honest. So maybe it's 6 trillion. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a huge amount of money, and we actually spend. This is definitely a fact. Black women spend a significantly larger proportion of money on their monthly budget on their hair and their beauty, as opposed to their white counterparts. And so maybe that's why we know of more black beauty brands or black makeup more so than something else.
Right,
know.
I think it's because we spend that much because we have to go out of our way to find those places, and they maybe don't have the same like economies of scale than the white
Yeah.
places have, and so we have to pay a bit more, and we will search
Yeah.
and we will wait for 2 weeks for a particular product.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe our white counterpart, if they haven't got it in stock in Superdrug, they'll buy something else, and it was not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I just think really the whole thing is it's not passive. It's not people don't go out to look for black own business, or you don't come across it passively, or it's not going to be likely.
Yeah,
It
you
has
have
to be
to search.
real.
You have to actively search
it's
for
an
it.
active, like a really intentional thing, and maybe Black UK Pound or Black Pound Day is to do both, to make people actively go and search and then spend.
Yeah, I think the initiative is for it to be like it's. So I imagine. Well, I don't know. Actually, that's my fault. But I think it's meant to be about bringing around like engagement and awareness on this particular day. However, when I was reading the comments on the post, people were saying this should be a monthly activity. Like it's about what were we talking about before? So like spending in a black business should be something that you do as a priority, not out of protest. Like it shouldn't be, oh, they've killed somebody again. You know what? Let me go and support a black business. It should be, I'm supporting a black business anyway, in spite of, and I'm always going to do so. Having said that, yeah. Like, did you guys see the backlash that Anthony Joshua got when he was talking about supporting black businesses?
Yeah, any backlash you got from that is from ignorant people. It's ignorant people. Well,
there's
what
a
about
lot-
white businesses? Yeah, you're all right. You're fine.
You're more than all right,
You're
actually.
more than all right. I don't hear anything about that.
And also, it's to me that it hurts on a little bit of a personal level that we have to almost be told to support black businesses, because do you know Indians don't have to be told to support Indian businesses?
Yeah, but we all know of an Indian business. We ain't got to walk too far to see one.
Yeah, but just because it's convenient doesn't mean that.
It's something that we see every day. Every single day if we leave your house.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is Indians are still supporting their own business without being told to do
But I
so.
think white people are supporting Indian businesses anyway.
But does
I
that
guess
come?
so.
Does that come? Does the what do you call it? The convenience of their location come before the fact that people
but-
have supported them, or is it people support them and then they have the money, like, to be able to
And the
put
means.
themselves in the convenient place where people can get to them? It's like the chicken and egg. Like, what comes first? I think the more you support black businesses, the more they'll be able to pop up more. What's that thing?
Lyndon said that white people go to the Indian shops because of convenience. And I'm like, yeah, but you said, is it because it's convenient? It's chicken and egg?
Yes.
Or do they have economies of scale where they can
I
benefit
think
and
because
position
people
themselves?
support them, they're able to put themselves in locations where more people can support them. And to be honest with you, I think also there may be sectors that we haven't got near enough. A lot of sectors, but still, we don't have near enough black owned businesses there
Yeah.
to meet the demand, or even meet a small demand of someone in London. Maybe there's a black owned business and it's in Bristol, and we need something in London. But I think the Black Pound Day,
Yeah.
Black Pound Day, will also, when you're looking for something and you can't find it, maybe the business-minded people will be like, oh my gosh, this is a business I can open. And I know that actually there's a reminder there that other black people, at least on this day, someone can support it, find out about it, and we can go from there. Like, it's just kind of like if I'm looking for something, there's nothing there, and I want to open a business, I can open it. Might, like, I'll say, ginger your mind. It might ginger your mind to be like, I can do this. I can serve my community in that way. I can meet that demand, or meet a demand that I have that I can't find anyone else supplying what I need.
And I think as well, there's something about like the sophistication and how we evolve from doing things. So obviously, when our grandparents and old parents or friends, whatever, came over before, you know, that's how like markets like Brixton Market came around, and like the market in Peckham. I know there was a market in Bristol that sold particular food that catered directly to the Afro-Caribbean like like palate, I guess, and it brought food that reminded them of home. So now we actually have a supermarket. Like there's a supermarket that sells directly from Jamaica to the UK.
Wow.
So rather than you having to go to the market, like I think it's really good to see that that's kind of evolved and there's like a supply chain there. And also, my best friend was saying that what she wanted to do was buy like a subscription box for her mum. So she's now signed up to this kind of like African Caribbean like tropical fruit subscription box. So there's things that we can do, and it doesn't always have to be like, oh, I can't find, I don't know, soursop. Let me go and open a shop that sells soursop. Well, no, maybe we can think about it differently. But I do think, like similar to what you said, we do need to be more business minded. And I don't believe it's that Black people aren't business minded. I think, well, actually, I don't know. I know that I'm business minded, and I know that you're business minded, and I know that you're business minded. So it can't be that the three of us are the only business minded Black people
The
around.
difference,
people
the
are
difference
business managers
is
disagree.
resources.
Yeah.
Resources that you have when you start a business. That's what it is.
So you're talking about capital.
Capital. Yeah. That's the difference.
And to be honest,
Not every white person can start a business, but
well, this
some
is
can.
true. And if we're really honest, like a lot of our grandparents couldn't even get loans to buy houses, to be honest, and that was only 40 years ago. So 40, 50 years ago, they weren't able to get loans. That's actually why partners and those kind of things came around, because people wanted to be able to have like capital ready. So yeah, you're making a good point. If we don't have the resources, that we just can't get ahead. And that's why I guess we need to be told to support Black businesses, because actually, even when you have a Black business, you're still not in the same level playing field. So that's why I go so hard for, especially for hair stores. Like Black women spend so much money in hair stores. Why are we going to other stores when we can just go to a Black owned one? Because the truth of the matter is this: actually, that one person, woman or man, who has a Black owned hair store has probably gone through hell and high water to get there, and they're not benefiting from like the economies of scale that all the other franchises have, and they're probably not being that well supported. So that's why for me, I'm like, nah, we all just need to do better. Buying your hair products from a Black owned hair store is the least we can do, actually, and then they can then pass on economies of scale to us. But unless we support them, who's going to support them? It doesn't make sense.
But some of you guys get your hair from Pack Supermarket.
I don't shop there. I don't want to call them out, but I don't shop
Is it
there.
called a supermarket?
Yeah.
Really?
What? In Bristol, they have the supermarket, then the hair store, then like everything. It's like a whole... In Halton, they have the hair store, the wig store, whatever. But I wasn't going to bait them up, but I'm going to implore every Black woman and man, child, girl or boy not to shop there.
I couldn't believe it. 'Cause I think I saw the one in Finchley Road, maybe?
Finsbury Park?
Finsbury Park, that's it. And I saw this huge shop and I thought, raw. So these men have got the monopoly on Black girls' hair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Finsbury Park, Brixton, Dalston, Bristol, Friend, nationwide.
Oh my gosh.
In Halton, I think there's about 3 of them.
Yeah.
But then again, if they didn't exist,
We'd be
where,
crying.
what would
No,
you be
so
doing?
in Bristol, actually, I remember like there's a pack in Bristol, but actually his hair store kind of came when I was leaving to go to university. But when I moved to Bristol, we used to go to a shop called Ali and Kitty's. Yeah, it was an Indian man and his white wife, and they were the people in Bristol who were like importing all the hair from America, all the hair products, and that was the only place you could go. So there were places that existed before PAX, but PAX have made it very convenient. I need everyone to shake off convenience. 2020 is not the year of convenience. If it hasn't taught you anything, it's taught you that convenience doesn't get you anywhere. Like we just need to shake that off, and support businesses that you believe in. Because I'm not here to say that we should support all Black businesses that are giving you rubbish customer service. No, but when they do give you bad customer service, don't just say, oh, that's it. We've had one episode of bad customer service and we're not going back. Because everyone's been to a pack where they haven't had good customer service and you've all gone back. Or you've been to a Chinese restaurant where you haven't had great customer and you've probably gone back. Like we've been to other places, or you've been to high-end stores and not experienced great customer service and you've still gone back to the store. So we can't just be writing off all Black businesses because of one encounter.
I don't know if we're actually out of lockdown, really, though.
Hello, we're all together.
Yeah.
We are all out of lockdown.
This doesn't look like a lockdown to me.
But you're not going to work, are you?
Yeah, but they're still working us from home.
I'm
We're
not going
half
to
out.
work.
It's
I'm
just
not going to work till January, to be honest.
so
So
we're
I'm
in-
a bad example.
So it's like half lockdown.
What's everybody coming out of lockdown with? And let me give you a second to answer, because Angela, I know you need time to think about it, but it's okay. Let me see what I'm coming out of lockdown with. I'm coming out with a renewed spirit of consistently working. I saw a tweet today that said, we're no longer working from home, we're living at home. And I thought that is absolutely correct. I literally closed my laptop and put it in one side of my room. And now I wake up and I'm like, oh, time to go to work again. And I sit at my laptop and I work from morning till night. I can tell everybody, I haven't worked this hard in years. I promise you. I promise you. And where I work, we work it's like cyclical. So we don't really have a lot more work towards the end of the year. Friends, when we went into lockdown in March, I was working hard like it was Christmas for like 3 months.
Wow.
I'm
But
tired.
I think also it's the sector that you're in.
Yeah.
And the nature of the
I can't hear you.
and the nature of the pandemic.
Yeah, it's true.
Mhm.
But it's difficult because you don't want to complain, because I definitely have friends who've lost jobs, and I know that some people are about to be made redundant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a really hard one, because you don't want to be ungrateful. At the same time, I'm tired. Actually, I'm very tired. And because everyone's working from home or living at home and just experiencing work in the privacy of your living room, whatever, it just, people seem to think, oh, you've got time to have a meeting. You got time to have a meeting? Got time to... No, I don't actually. Can I have a meeting at 6 o'clock? No. Why do you want to talk to me at 6 o'clock in the evening? Because if we were in the office, we wouldn't be having a meeting at 6 o'clock. And what I've noticed, there's no protected time. So ordinarily, if you were in the office, you'd go out for lunch. Nah. People don't respect your lunchtime when you're working from home. But what I've started to see some people doing is putting in meetings over lunchtime, saying no meetings. Let me tell you, those things get ignored. Sorry, got a lunchtime meeting. So yeah, I'm coming out of lockdown with a strength and a work vigor that I didn't even know I possessed.
I'm not really coming out of lockdown yet. As a musician, we're still locked down. There's no gigs at all. So we're still in lockdown. Can't go to the gym. That's a lockdown.
That's true. But when are the gyms opening?
They haven't
I
said.
haven't said.
But hold on a minute. I saw a gig. I saw Leanne Lahavas was doing a gig at the Roundhouse in July.
Yeah,
Streaming.
Stream. Well, that's different then.
Yeah, but do you think that gigs are going to move to like streaming? Do you think that's going to be like a new thing that you guys will have to do?
That's not a good idea. Do you know why? Because everybody can watch it at once. Everyone can watch it at once.
Even behind
You can't tour the world
a paywall. That's true. There's no travel involved.
Yeah. But people are going to expect to see that for free. People can you can log onto YouTube and see a live performance. Why are people now going to pay to watch a concert streaming? Why? Part of it is going to the auditorium. That's part of the experience. That's part of the experience that you're paying for.
That's true, but last year when Burna Boy came in, we couldn't get tickets.
Yeah, but some people did.
Some people
A
did.
lot of people did.
Thank you, Lyndon. I watched Burna Boy in the comfort of my own home, and I actually think watching that concert made me want to attend his physical concert.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be real. Anytime that we've not been able to go to a concert that we've wanted to go to, I just go into the Instagram page, the whatever page of the person who's attending, and I watch partially the thing from there.
Does it make you happy that you're watching, or does it make you want to be there?
A lot of the times when I haven't been there, it's because I secretly didn't really want to be there. But it makes me happy, and I think it's also the vibe of the crowd. I think when you take that away from, it's just not the same. It's not the same without a live audience.
Does it make you want to go? That's my question. Like, what?
Oh, it does. It makes me want to go the next time round.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
But I think it's different, because watching a concert from someone's Instagram page is not the same as watching a live performance where they don't have an audience.
But
I'm not
saying it's meant to be the same. I'm saying it's meant to be part of the journey. Like when I watched the Verses with Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, or even the most recent one, which is the best one of my entire life, so Kurt Franklin and Fred Hammond. I love Fred Hammond anyway. Any concert he's doing, I'm buying 2 tickets as a standard, like before I speak to anybody. But it made me want to be like, Fabrice, the next time they tour, please, Jesus, next year, please, next time they tour, I will be there. And so whilst obviously Lyndon is saying that there's no gigs, all this streaming stuff, it's just there to I think it's just there to whet people's appetite. is meant to keep you in their like front of mind choice, right?
Live music is an economy in itself. There's a lot of jobs there that people can't do now. A lot of jobs. The sound technicians, the people that
They need to
manage the
hire
stage, the
something.
musicians,
They do.
the musical directors, everything that's gone.
Yeah.
So many, all of it's gone.
Yeah.
So we're not out of lockdown yet. We're out of lockdown when we can do everything that we did before COVID again.
So when is that going to be? Because I know that
I don't know. We can't even go to the cinema.
The West. I don't think we're going back to cinema.
Wait, hold on. We can't even. Films can't even be filmed. That they can't even film.
Hi. I don't think we're going back to cinema. I want you to get there. Get there this year.
If we can't go back to cinema, we also can't go back to films being produced. Because if you're producing a film, there's hundreds of people around.
No, they can go straight to streaming services.
No. I'm talking about creating the film.
I'm talking about streaming services.
I'm talking about the economy behind it.
And I'm trying to interpret. So basically, what he's saying is that when he says get back to cinema, he's talking about get back to cinema.
Cinematography.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. If people aren't making the films you're watching, there's nothing to put on the streaming service.
We know that.
And so right now, people aren't filming anything.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
And so when you're filming something,
some people are filming things, you know.
When you're filming something, it's something big. There's hundreds of people around together in close spaces.
I understand what you're saying.
There's a reason why Marvel haven't put anything out for a long time.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that things are still being produced.
But they're not.
No, they are. I watched an Instagram live of an actor yesterday, and he said, "I am in Bulgaria and we're filming." So you're not. Then he goes, "No, we're not. We are still filming."
But one of those East African, God forbid, one of those Eastern European countries refused to acknowledge that COVID was even a real thing.
Until Hollywood starts again.
Okay, fair enough.
We haven't started again.
Okay, fair enough. I just want to let you know though. I don't know if I'm not saying that Hollywood isn't going to start back up again because obviously it needs to. Yeah. However, I don't know if cinemas are really going to be a thing.
To be honest, I really don't care if it's what matters is the art form. So as long as you can still see a film somehow, it doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter how you watch a film, but films still need to be made. That's my point. Films need to be made. Music needs to be made. And people need to see music. And I mean, you can watch a film at home, but you can't see a live show the same way at home.
No, you can't. You really can't. But I don't.
And I don't feel like there's a plan to get back to that yet. There's not a plan. People talking about the new normal. What the hell do you mean new normal? We've got things we've got to do. I'm not thinking just as a consumer of those things. Those things are people's jobs.
Mm-hmm. I know, I understand what you're saying. I get it. Like, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be flippant when I'm saying, oh, you know what, like, I don't think we're going back to cinema. What I'm saying is, I think that whole thing around, like, even like supply chain management, I think that's going to have to be dramatically changed and reduced. Like, if the art form, if films can still be produced, but cinemas are kind of just not the kind of place that people are going to be going to, or they're only open on certain days, or you can only have certain sittings because they need to be cleaned.
What, forever?
I don't know. Like, you're saying there's no plan. I don't think there's a plan.
If you can't go back to cinema, which I think is ridiculous, by the way, right? I think people can go back to having mass gatherings, right? We're human beings. We're gonna have mass gatherings in our lives from now on. We have to, right? So if we can't go back to the cinema, we can't go back to church.
I don't know if people are going back to church. I also want to let you know that they had a mass gathering in Brixton last night and it didn't end very well for anybody. So, to be honest, the more times we keep having these off-the-cuff mass gatherings in Brixton, Church Lane, somebody, like 28 people got injured. Yeah, like, I think the more of our own mass gatherings we're doing because we're humans, it's just delaying the actual forward progress. But I think you're right. I don't think there is an actual plan forward.
There isn't. 3 weeks ago, we had a protest. I went to a protest. It hasn't caused a spike in COVID.
But don't you think that going for the protest is different to having a street party in Brixton?
What I'm saying is we had a mass gathering. We around a lot of people. We're very close quarters. And there hasn't been a spike in COVID. So what are they waiting for?
Well, they're not waiting for anything because now everyone's been told to get back outside. But obviously that's not because we're healthy. It's because they want to boost the economy. However, we are going to have a second. Some part. You're right. Some parts of the economy, because they don't want to boost like the arts, and they don't want to boost people being able to go and work out in the gym.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Why are you saying? Do you think it's like a conspiracy?
I don't know what it is, but I know it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense for pubs to be open, but gyms not being open.
Oh yeah, they get.
You want people to go to the pub. Being at a pub is more important than going to the gym.
It's more lucrative. There's more money on the tax.
It's more lucrative, but also you have to think about it. You touch way more in the gym.
We can't hear you again.
What do you mean you touch way more?
Like
have you been to a pub in central London?
No, I haven't.
You're rubbing against people the whole time.
First of all, Andrew, you have been to a pub in central London. Stop lying. You said that you heard location in a pub with your work colleagues. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. So you have.
Is it nice and spacious?
No, but okay, I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about touching. So maybe you touch the table, you touch your chair, and you touch the counter when you're going to pay.
Glasses that other people have touched.
Yeah, that's absolutely
all the
true.
time.
That's absolutely true.
Lyndon is a pub aficionado.
Oh yeah, to be honest, I don't be knowing what going on in those places they call pubs. But if you say
Angela,
if you say so, I agree.
Hold on a second.
I haven't got anything to say.
We all have jobs.
Yeah.
2 of us still have jobs in corporate United Kingdom, so we know what this pub life is about. Right. My issue is this, right? And this is very selfish, and I don't care, right? Oh, right? I badly want to go back to the gym. I'm desperate to go back to the gym. That's number 1. Number 2, I like cinema. I like films. I know certain films aren't being made right now because of this COVID thing. I need this COVID thing to be over. I want one day to make films. So I need to be able to make films and have a lot of people see them at the same time, right?
Yes.
I also am a musician.
Yes.
I want gigs to be happening. I want festivals to be happening.
Why not?
All that stuff is important to me. And all that stuff is important to me is not happening right now. So we're still in lockdown.
But what I'm trying to say, Lyndon, is like, I understand everything you're saying and I can only empathize because that's not my position. But do you not think that the new normal is going to be all the things that you said that you're missing, but somehow monetized in a different way? For instance, all charity running events have been cancelled because we're not allowed to do mass gatherings. All events are cancelled. London Marathon, the Olympics, London Half, like the Royal Parks, like all events have been cancelled, and it has literally cost charities and like all these small companies who put on these events millions of pounds just vanished in a day, just gone. Nothing they can do. Do you know what they've done? Everything has gone virtual. They are asking people to sign up and do virtual things. Why are you laughing?
I'm gonna die.
Because what?
I'm gonna die, guys. You have no
Why?
idea. You have no idea. I'm gonna die of heat stroke.
Oh, you're not gonna die of heat stroke. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? You're gonna die of heat stroke.
Real guys.
Oh, Angela.
Oh, guys.
Listen, I told you what it's like.
I'm trying to listen to you guys and my brain is sizzling.
I've stood for hours until that live.
But she hasn't stood for hours, Stephanie. It's only been half an hour.
Sorry.
You know, I said you can come and sit here, and you said no.
Look, I'm going to try one more time. I promise. I'm sorry, I'm going to be so serious. So no runs. There's no running. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Okay, there's no running.
Do you want to sit here?
There's no charity runs.
Don't make me angry.
No, there's no charity runs for anybody. Come on, we can do it.
There's also no theatre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not open.
I was on a theatre tour before this happened.
Oh. Were you?
Yeah, I was doing the gigs every week or so.
Who were you gigging for on your theatre tour?
That's not important. The fact is, it was a theatre tour.
Secret. I swear to you. And can I just say, listeners, if there is anyone in my life that someone could say that they're a secret like agent of some kind, Lyndon is before they even finish the sentence. Who in your life is a secret? I said Lyndon.
No, I'd say LGK Music. That's what I would say. Because to be honest, is your name even Lyndon?
I don't know. Lyndon.
I don't know.
Lyndon doesn't like to give in. You're like my dad. My dad says I give information on a need to know basis. Dad, literally, I'm asking you where you bought this from. It's not that deep.
Imagine Lyndon said to me, I was on a theatre tour, and me, who I speak to every day, I said, really? It's not important right now.
That's not important.
The audacity.
Okay, it's just another gig, but obviously it's done in theaters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously theaters are shut down. That really hampered my money because I wasn't paid for anything from February. They paid me now, so it's all right. But that's not happening. Olympics, football is dead right now.
No, football's just come back.
I know it's come back, but it's got no fans
There's
the
no
stadium.
crowd. It is a bit crap. Yeah,
It's horrible.
They might as well play with a simulated crowd, to be honest, because it's dead.
We need to
Is it
sort
like
this
dead
out. All I'm saying
silence?
is we need to
There's
sort
no
this
one
out for
there.
next year.
There's
Mercy.
no one in the crowd.
Mercy.
Yeah, no one in the crowd. It's very weird. And all these things that I love, you just need mass gatherings, unfortunately.
Yeah, but Lyndon, what I'm really trying to get you
I
on.
understand what you're saying,
I
and
don't know if you
I'm
do.
rejecting it because I think we need to go back to normal.
Can I give everyone a brief history lesson? Do you know about 20 years ago? Do you remember this music store called HMV?
Mm-hmm.
And HMV heard about all the music stores, so HMV and Virgin and somewhere else where you could buy music, I don't know, whatever. They were all presented with the idea of streaming, and HMV were like, that's never going to take off. Why is anybody going to want to listen to music on their phone? Why would you not sell physical copies of music? I'm not going to do that. Do you know where the HMV store is now?
Friend, I only saw one on Oxford Street and I said, wow, is this for like nostalgia purposes?
I think it is. It's the only one that exists because everywhere else ran with the idea of streaming.
Okay,
So-
what I'm talking about is the importance of mass gatherings
Okay.
for many industries. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about one person listening to music. You can easily change that.
Yeah.
Some people could even read a book on their phone.
That was an act, but okay.
Yeah,
I don't like reading books on my phone. How
Yeah.
about that?
yeah.
That's why publishers. I'm supporting New Beacon Books. I just want to shout them out. The only Black British bookstore in London. I'm supporting them. I'm going to their website and I'm buying books, and I'm doing my bit for the Black British community. I don't want to do it on my phone. For Apple, what for? No thanks.
Amazon.
Well,
Yeah.
especially not Amazon. They don't need my money, and they don't need your money either.
Amazon got a lot of my money. Whenever I want anything, I go on Amazon. And you do it
Anyway,
as well.
back to your point
Let's
on
not
mass
admit
gatherings.
that
No.
on the podcast.
Amazon don't even treat their staff nicely. So basically what you're saying is you don't care about the advancement of technology because what you're saying is...
No,
there's
that's not
some-
what I said.
No.
That's absolutely not what I
No,
said.
but can I just finish my
What I
sentence?
said was mass gatherings
I
need
guess
to
I
come
can't
back.
finish my sentence. So you want mass gatherings to come back?
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. But we'll never know now.
But that's what I was saying.
Yeah, but I was going to say that, but you were
No,
like...
you said something else that I didn't say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then I was going to get to what you said.
No, but you said that I said something else first.
Angela?
Now I'm trying to keep cool and say the least amount of... I don't want to argue with anyone because it's too hot.
So I just want to understand this mass gathering point because I don't quite get it. So you can cut out everything else I said before. I don't mind. What you're saying is you need mass gatherings. The rule on mass gatherings needs to be lifted because there are some things that need to have mass gatherings for that can't be replicated or can't be done without that real mass gathering because there's no authenticity. It adds to like the ambience, like
So
that sort
why I
of
said
thing.
it needs to come back
He said
to the
I said
normality
was.
that it was at before COVID
Right.
at some point.
Yeah.
And it also needs to be a plan from now telling people when we can actually go back so people can understand what they're doing between now and then. Because it's very important. There are people there whose income depends on it. That's what I'm saying.
Theatres can't make money unless they fill the capacity. They fill to at least 80% or 90% capacity. And so in this current climate, that can't happen. So they can't reopen.
So they can't reopen ever?
No, until we are back to normal. Back to Lyndon's normal.
Yeah. So I need to understand from the authorities when we can actually go back to normal. They've been pussyfooting around this.
You didn't want to say that word.
I didn't
That word.
want to.
Do you know that Mummy Grace listens to this? I don't think you know. Let me just let you know. Mummy Grace listens to this.
My mum will probably say that word.
No,
So-
Mummy Grace, don't. No, I would cut this out as well.
No, we're not cutting it out.
It just sounds like
Say
they
it with your
don't
chest.
know. They're not mentioning gyms. They're not mentioning cinema. They're not mentioning mass gatherings. It's like, are they ever coming back?
But
And if they don't come back,
Yeah.
there's some people's jobs that don't come back. I'm saying that's an important thing, and it's been completely neglected in this situation. Completely neglected.
Yeah,
But he wants to bring pubs back.
I understand what you're saying, and to be clear to anybody who works in these industries, I'm not negating the fact that actually your job has completely changed, or just at the moment just hasn't been acknowledged that actually that you can't do anything. I just wonder what the government's plan is, because they're not stupid. They have a whole cabinet office, then they have a number of people underneath them. There's a reason as to why they're opening pubs and not gyms. There's a reason as to why they are not supporting the arts in the way that they could be or should be. And they're supporting other things opening, like shopping centres.
So I heard from what were we watching yesterday? It was Duncan Bannatyne that was speaking on some news show, right? And he just slipped in there and said it's something with the fact that pubs have to pay more tax because they've got beer. So the beer tax is higher than the tax that gyms pay. And because because the tax revenue is higher, they let them open again.
Yeah.
Which lets me know that they don't give a damn about our health. What they care about is money. So in that case, open everything up. Just open everything up then.
The thing is, though, if they open everything up, we're going to hit the second spike quicker.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that gyms
is give them our health.
They don't care about our health. Gyms are obviously going to do things. You can space out treadmills. You can space out benches. You can clean the thing. You can clean it all the time. They change the air in there all the time. Gyms can be they are clean most of the times. The ones that I go to, and they're not expensive, right? And so Duncan Bannatyne was talking about his expensive club, which is even cleaner.
I mean, those like David Lloyd leisure centres are extremely clean.
Yeah.
They should definitely be open. I mean, I go to Energy Fitness. It's not clean. I'm not gonna lie to anyone. It isn't that clean, but they could. It's easy to become clean.
Yeah.
Some gyms you're not allowed to use the equipment unless you wipe it down. And they have the stations and they have the disposable cloths, and you have to wipe it down before you use it, and you have to wipe it down when you finish. Like that stuff should just become mandatory.
If I'm using a bar, I can use gloves. I use gloves anyway.
Maybe they should ask everyone to wear gloves then.
It's really simple.
Yeah, I agree with you actually. But furthermore, like going to the gym or the reopening of gyms is actually good for your physical and your mental health. And I think that's what's been neglected. Like going to the pubs is actually only good for you, for your social well-being,
and
I
to
guess.
get drunk.
And well, yeah, that's social well-being, isn't it? I mean, I don't drink.
Don't tell the people. Not everybody that goes to the pub goes to get
We
drunk.
still can't hear you, no?
Not everybody that
You know
goes
what?
to the
You know
pub
what
goes
country
to
we're in.
But
Getting drunk is part of the culture of the UK.
yeah,
what are
not
you talking
everybody
about?
that goes to
I'm
the
gonna
pub goes to get
say
drunk.
that gyms are good for your physical and your mental health.
Yep.
And that's the overriding factor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Like there's only so much working out you can do in your house. And now I'm back in London. I don't have a garden. I don't have a balcony. And this is my whole thing around COVID and the laws or the stipulations. Actually, it's all for people. It benefits people who are who have got a high disposable income and perhaps may own their own property or have access to a garden, which is people and usually in a particular socioeconomic bracket. Like it's not really benefiting people who live in high rises. Like what if you're a family and you guys will live in a high rise flat, you don't have a garden and you don't have an access to a balcony, but actually you're trying to keep yourself and your children, your family physically fit and like mentally well. It's hard, it's really difficult, but the first thing that opens is the pub and not the gyms. Or like theme parks or parks or whatever. Having said that, all the way in the other end of the spectrum, they opened the beaches and look what happened. Thousands of people ended up there talking about it's my right to be here. Friend, if you're not going to catch COVID on Kilburn High Street, which is where you're definitely going to catch COVID, everybody, don't go to Kilburn. Have you been to Kilburn High Street?
I'll say this again. I went to a protest 3 weeks ago.
Friend?
And since then, there hasn't been a spike.
Oh, let me help you. The protest that you went to, because I saw that on your Instagram, was very well organised and spaced out. The protest that was held outside Primark when it opened was not spaced out. Nobody was social distancing. Neither was anybody social distancing for TK Maxx or Sports Direct on Kilburn High Street.
Stephanie, were we spaced out when we were outside Downing Street shouting at Boris?
Oh, when I saw your videos, you were quite spaced out.
Yeah, when we were walking.
Okay. But listen, I told everybody this for free. If I didn't spend 12 weeks quarantining with my mum in Bristol to come back to London and not get quarantined, I don't know what's going on. Because I walked up and down Kilburn High Street on Monday and I thought I was going to catch COVID, and I'm really not scared. And I said, nah, I'm going back in my house. I'm going back in my house today.
Why did you think you'd get COVID?
Because nobody was social distancing. Nobody had any gloves. No one had any masks on. No one had any gloves on. Everybody was just walking willy-nilly trying to get past me so they could go. Yeah, willy-nilly. Everyone was rushing to get to Primark. To buy what? To buy clothes to go where? To the beach?
You know why? I think a lot of people are bored of this. Like I am.
So what are you saying? You would have been in the queue for Primark?
No, because I ain't got time for that. But being queued for something else. I don't know. But I think a lot of people are bored of this. Really bored of this lockdown thing. And
I would definitely not be in the queue for anything in this heat. There's not one. There's not.
You couldn't
not
pay
a
me
thing.
to queue. You couldn't.
Angela of Rwanda is not dealing with the heat
Oh,
very well.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
How'd you get your groceries?
Somebody else goes and gets them. Or I go in the midnight hour. That's the actual truth. Somebody else goes and gets them, or I go in the midnight hour.
All right, Kofi.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna slap.
No, we're not going to tell them that we're starting our slap.
Yeah, it's obvious because I'm starting with a slap. I'm going to slap.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna slap.
You're gonna slap us.
I'm going to slap him back. Then what?
Like I know. Okay, so both slaps, the slap and the clap this week, are to do with football, right? The first one is a slap. I know Liverpool won the league. Well done. 30 years. It took you 30 years to win the league. Whatever.
We don't
You won
have
the
to say
league.
well done, you know.
Can I just say that
I
all
was
these
scratched
acts to Liverpool, I do not co-sign them. So when you come, be very...
I co-sign them. We don't
Okay,
have
so
to
when
say
you
well
come
done.
for people,
What, are you scared of-
make
hold
sure
on,
you
hold on,
add
hold
the
on.
right people, because
Angela,
they're the people that added you. I'm not scared, but I don't need to be in unnecessary
Do you
beef.
even support
Aye.
Liverpool?
No.
Liverpool fans.
So why are you upset?
Yeah, I don't have any issue with them either.
Okay, Liverpool fans, come at me. All right. So what I'm saying is, those Liverpool fans, especially those English Liverpool fans.
Do you mean white or do you mean English?
I mean, some black people said some stuff as well. But anyway, those fans that think that Jordan Henderson is a suitable choice for Player of the Year, the slap is coming your direction. Okay, you've lost your mind. Jordan Henderson has at least 3 players better than him in his team. There's probably a lot more, but 3 spring to mind who are black that are better than him. I don't understand the English fixation on this central midfielder that is average at best. Okay?
But is it because he is one of the only, I'm assuming, I don't follow Liverpool actually. I don't even know who plays in their team, to be very honest.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're supporting him because he's like in the minority, like he's a white guy? That's why they're supporting him?
White people aren't the minority in football.
What?
Right, the minority.
No, I'm saying these English people, there must be a reason why they're pushing for him. So what's the reason?
Maybe not as a white, but maybe as a English person. But can I also say that I've just realised that you've actually said a lot of your talk directly to the camera when you told me that I can't speak to the camera. Just saying. I just need to know what we're doing.
That's my favourite gift. And
I just want to know what we're doing because I want to be like this. And you were like this.
I'm not talking to you though, am I?
Oh, okay.
Are you a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, maybe I was telling them it's slaps and cups. You already know it's slaps and cups. What if I want to tell them it's slaps and cups?
No, I said,
Okay.
are you a Liverpool fan?
I'm very sorry.
Do you even know what Jordan Henderson looks like?
And to be honest, I don't know. I don't intend to know, and I don't care.
Good.
Right.
Good.
So, okay, are you finished? No.
What? Well, you were saying something.
I was saying there must be a reason why they're gunning for him so hard. If you're saying that there's so many other prominent black players who are better than him, there's a reason why these English/white/English black people are supporting him.
Yeah, because he's white and English.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the only reason.
He's white and English. It's simple. And he's the captain of the team, but
I mean that does hold some weight.
That don't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. He's definitely not the best player. For the best singular player in the league, it doesn't even have to come from Liverpool. But if it does, there's other players that deserve it more than he does. Namely Virgil van Dijk, namely Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is also English, but he just happens to be black or mixed race. I'm not sure what he is. And Sadio Mane, who's from Senegal. So, yeah. That's my slap for today.
As an aside, I really want in my life for someone to say Fabrice who, and then them say my whole name, first, middle, and my surname. That's what I want.
His last name's double barrel, Alexander Arnold.
So is mine. I want someone to be like Fabrice, Fabrice, and then my whole name, all 4 names of it. That's what I want. Anyway.
To be honest, most people actually just call him Trent, which is his first name.
Oh, how sad.
What?
What? Your parents gave you a whole full name. You better put some respect on each individual one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit long still.
That's
Alexander Arnold.
It's not his fault.
Well,
It's not my fault either.
It's definitely not his
It's
fault.
the whole name. Angela, who you slapping?
So my slap goes to a Mancunian.
We can't hear you.
My slap goes to a Mancunian businessman
Oh, yeah? City
Yeah.
of Angels.
by
It's
this
Los
one.
Angeles.
Excuse me.
Could
you focus on the story?
Okay.
Thanks.
I feel like his name is, and I'm do you know, am I sorry if I'm asking? Yeah, I am. You know what? I am. Georgios Demetrio. Who, and this actually was
it's
going
a
to be,
slap. Oh, we don't like him. Are you sure he's Mancunian?
yeah.
Is he born there? He just lives there.
Well, he's a Manchester businessman.
That
He's
don't
a
mean he's from
Manchester-
there.
Okay. Well,
Do you want to wiki him?
do you
Where's
know
he
what?
born?
Unfortunately, the webpage that I have on says that he's from Manchester. He might have been born somewhere. He might have been.
Well, that's on Wikipedia. It always just says where people are born,
But
right?
does Wikipedia have everybody on there?
It might not, but if you want to find out where
wiki
he's
it.
born,
Do you know? I'm happy to go with that. He's from Manchester.
no, we want to.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, not happy.
Well, how to spell his name? D-E...
I think he seems as if he's from Cypriot or Greek background, but that's neither here or
Where
there.
was he born?
I don't know. Because my story is doesn't start where he's born.
Okay.
Okay. So
Let's just
go back.
Okay, let's just put
Right?
him on Manchester.
So my stat this week goes to it was a delayed slap actually, because I should have slapped him last week, but I had too many people to slap, which was a rare occasion. Goes to a Mancunian businessman by the name of Giorgio Demetrio, who has applied to trademark the phrases "I can't breathe" and "Black Lives Matter" in the UK. And then he's told, I think this is after the fact, because I don't understand why. I mean, I don't know who he is. I saw a picture of him and he looks very non-black. And I think questions were raised on why he's doing this. But he said that he wants to start a non-profit entity using the terms,
No,
which
he
is
doesn't.
a lie. Yeah.
He wants to...
We have the results, and we can verify that the answer is a lie. And he explained that if trademark is granted, he would seek royalty fees for third-party use.
I'm surprised that the Black Lives Matter, the group, doesn't have a trademark to that
Yeah, I don't know.
in the UK.
I don't know.
With the hundreds of thousands of pounds they've been donated.
All right. So the end of the story is that he didn't get it, and that Black Lives Matter UK have the trademark now, right?
That's not the end of the story, you know.
So, yeah.
Do you know how much money Black Lives Matter UK have? They have raised so much money. The first thing they should do is get themselves a legal team and get that trademark.
I think he's got it.
No, he does have it.
I think he's got it.
I'm almost convinced. This
Yeah.
story is about, what, 2 or 3 weeks old?
Yes, I think he's got
And
it.
I think it's not that he applied for it, it's that this man has it. Because if he applied
fact
for
check that,
it...
please?
We're gonna fact check. Oh, it's an update. Update. Woo! Freshen. Says Demetrio withdrew the trademark application on the 17th of June following negative response to the filing and reported threats to his business. Well, I'd like to say that I don't stand for violence, but I'd also like to say that I'm here for it. Take that as you please. Am I here for the withdrawing? Am I here for the threats? Who knows?
Sometimes
but I
violence
just know
is necessary.
No, but sometimes people just need to sit back down. Who told them?
Sit back down.
There's several
you
things
mean?
that you should have filed. Have you filed your taxes for last year? They're still chasing you. Have you? Your letters are stacking up at the door. Have you filed your documents? No, but you skip everyone to go and file for the trademark. You must be mad.
No, but can I ask...
Actually, you are mad. And the people have decided that you're mad, and we thank God because we've withdrawn your. Thank God he's withdrawn them.
But he
But
only
you
withdrew because of the backlash. No, but can I just say something? You know, we were talking about businesses that black people need to be in. We need to be in the trademark and law business. How can we have a whole Black Lives Matters march and a huge following and a group who have received thousands of pounds in donations, so much so that the people have asked them to show their transparency and what they're going to be doing, and they probably can't spend all that money because it was donated for a particular cause, and they're probably thinking, crap, what are we going to do? And they can't trademark. Are you joking?
That's a shame.
slack. I'm sorry. That's slack.
So just let you know that by the time you get this video, Black No Filter trademark has already been taken by us.
Yes, it has. It's because we're not slack.
Yeah.
And don't check too tough, but yes, it is.
And just know, Giorgio, George, what?
I don't know, Dimitro.
Giorgio
Dimitro.
Dimitro, don't come for Black No Filter because Lyndon's already said that he doesn't have an issue with violence. Okay.
That is.
What?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm scared?
No.
I keep telling everybody. Stephanie told
Let's
me
not
not to be
incriminate
filtered.
ourselves either, though.
What's gonna happen?
No, actually, it's true.
What's gonna happen?
I mean,
Yeah, no, people need to get their stuff in order, and trademarks and legislation, and like, nah, that's silly. That's silly. That's sack of Black Lives Matters.
So that's who my slap goes to this week.
Fabrice, who you slapping this evening?
It's very quick. Piers Morgan. First of all, two things. Yeah, my parents told me. Even a snake smiles. So you need to be very careful of things that present as one thing, but actually it's just doing it to like slide in and to really figure out who you are. I don't really like Piers Morgan. I think he single-handedly responsible for the racist press information around Meghan Markle. So I don't really have much to say positive about him.
Single-handedly?
Yeah, I'd say that single-handedly.
He was bawling about it every day. Every morning.
I would say so on Good Morning Britain, absolutely. And I just want to say now, people seem to be like, oh, I really respect him because you know what, he's really standing up for Black Lives Matter. He's not an idiot. He's not standing up for Black Lives Matter. He's just pointing out the very obvious facts of the case. Anyway, whatever. People seem to think that he's a great person, and I don't think he is.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of black people are saying, oh, you know what, I didn't like him.
Really?
I've heard this week people saying,
Wow.
I didn't really like him, but you know what? He's actually starting to change my mind. I'm starting to have some respect for him. I said, Anyway, whatever. He interviewed Dizzy Rascal this week, and he tried to ask Dizzy Rascal about what was happening. And Dizzy Rascal said to him, nah, we're not going to do that today. You've got the wrong one, Piers. You don't know me, you know? You don't know me. Dizzy said to him very politely, I'm not really here to talk about that. I'm not really here to be your mouthpiece on Black Lives Matters. I'm here to talk about my album. What's it called? Drive-In? Something like that. I don't know, whatever. Sorry, Dizzy. I don't know what it's something about driving in. And he was promoting something, and Piers were trying to derail him, and he was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then he's like, do you know what? That's why people don't like you, you know? People don't like you because you tried to do this, but you're not going to do it to me. I said, you better just tell him. If you don't know, Dizzy Rascal's from East London. Don't mess about people from East London. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Or South London.
Or West.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah, never mind.
So yeah, Piers Morgan, like it's not every black person that's here to be your performing monkey or clown. You don't get to dictate to me how and when I can talk about Black Lives Matters. My life has always mattered, and I'll talk about it when I feel to. And you're definitely not going to try and talk to me about it when I've told you already on national TV. I don't want to talk about that right now.
I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that Piers Morgan didn't believe that systemic racism was a real thing. Maybe 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's changed his tune very quickly, and just, if you were watching closely, you'd have missed that. But he was talking a very different tune, just a few months ago.
Yeah, he was.
Just a few months ago.
I don't trust him.
And the way he was talking about Meghan Markle, I really can't deal with it.
Not today. So yeah, that's who I'm slapping. People should be wary of him.
Why doesn't he just go back to America? Because I don't want him here.
I don't think they want him there either.
Maybe I think he should go to Australia. I think they like him over there.
They probably will. They probably like it. I think someone will like him everywhere. I actually think I've heard more people saying that. Thank God he's saying some things that make sense at the moment. I think you can like the comments and still not like the person. And I think that there could be more negative noise. And maybe they're just thankful that there's one less negative person.
But you have to be careful of truth mixed with error. Because it's still error.
That's true.
Anyway, that's who I'm clapping. So, Andrew, do you want to go next for your clap?
We're going to London.
Oh, Go ahead, Lyndon.
Yeah, I'm gonna clap a Manchester United player called Anthony Martial, because this week he scored his first hat trick. Very sad for him because he scored his first hat trick without fans.
Yeah.
But still,
And
I
he's
like the way
young,
he's
right?
moving. He's youngish, yeah. 23, 24, something like that. But yeah, I'm just clapping him because he made me very happy. And I've missed football. That's all I got to say.
And you can't see, but Lyndon's actually smiling, and he doesn't really smile. You can cut
Neither
that
does
out.
Anthony Martial. He doesn't smile that much. He smiles when he scores, and that's
Yeah.
about it, right? And also, a lot of pundits like to say, "Oh, but what's his mood? What's his mood got to do with how good of a footballer he is?"
Let him play. Let him be moody.
Let
and
him
score,
play,
and
let him be
score a
moody
hat-trick.
until he scores, and when he scores, he's good in tea. That's how it should be. So I'm clapping for Anthony Martial.
My clap today goes to oh, do you know what? There's been a lot of content, and do you know what? There's going to be a lot of heavy content, and it's necessary. But I think also what's necessary is a little bit of balance. And I just want to shout out and clap for Live from Layfield, which is the YouTube channel. It's a group of 3 black girls who have a YouTube channel. Started it in university,
What's
and I
it
think
called?
they're so Live from Layfield. So I think Layfield was a building, their like university accommodation building name. I think they're so funny. They purposely put out light-hearted videos sometimes just to balance everything out. And they're entertaining. And they're 3 black girls.
Why not?
All
Go
of
ahead.
them who graduated as pharmacists.
Amazing.
And so yeah, that's who I want to clap for this week.
I've forgotten who I want to clap for. It's gonna come back to me. I would like to clap for. Oh, who did I say? Oh, I know who I want to clap for. Do you know what? Recently, there's been a lot of people coming out, and when I say people, I mean celebrities, coming out talking about their experiences on particular reality TV shows. And a lot of people in the comments have been saying, "Oh, why they're coming out now?" So, Leanne Pinnock from Little Mix, Mishbi, Gifty, what's her surname? Who was on X Factor, Gifty, and then most recently Alexander Burke have come out.
And also, Leona Lewis came out and said
Leona
something.
Lewis did say something.
And Keisha Buchanan said something.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
she did a whole YouTube video
Oh, did
about.
she?
Yeah, she did, because I follow her, and I just think some of the comments are so confusing to me. People are saying why now? Why should they not say it now? Have we forgotten what happened with the Me Too movement? Are people stupid? Like, you don't get to dictate when people get to share their truth and come out with something. And if they want to say their truth now, in 10 years' time, in 25 years' time, or on their deathbed, they're entitled to do so. So I just want to clap all of those black women who have come out and said something and have felt like actually they've been able to utilize their platform in a safe space to talk about things like this. It's not easy. And a lot of them have received a lot of backlash, not just from fans, but from like their music peers. But yeah, I want to clap for them because actually nobody has to do anything. And if we're doing one small thing for good to shine the light to help someone else, that should be applauded.
I
So
wonder
that's
what.
me.
I think there's only one left that I want to figure out what the experience was.
Who?
And it's the dark skinned girl from Mystique.
Sabrina?
Yeah.
She has I follow her on Instagram. She has a home interior design business. But she keeps a very low personal profile.
I think she's also from Halston.
Is she?
Yeah. Or at least has family from Halston, because she, yeah.
Well,
It's
have you seen her?
just
No,
very.
she used to pick up her cousin that went to one of his primary schools in Halston. She's definitely from North West London.
I just think it's interesting because she was the best singer in that group. But
And she was the lead singer.
She was the lead
she was the lead singer.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
the lead singer.
But now it's on.
There was just Alicia, who was singing kind of sometimes and rapping, and then the other girl was just a
Rapping.
filler.
She was rapping.
Well,
She was rapping.
Yeah. What? My time, showtime. What? Are you okay?
Yeah, I liked it.
That is a rap to me.
Yeah, I liked it.
So,
And then the other, so Elise, she
was there just doing the dance.
was a dancer.
She was the
doing a little
Michelle.
of a sway. Huh? She was what?
She was the Michelle.
No, don't just. Oh my gosh,
To
what?
be fair, yeah, she wasn't.
No,
the Michelle.
she wasn't a Michelle, because Michelle, let me tell you something. We were watching, okay, we're not going to include this, but Michelle is a good blending voice. Let me tell you that. She might not be a standalone, but she will bring things together. She'll add a wall.
Sue Elise was useless. But anyway, yeah.
She was.
No, she was a great dancer. That was her role. Her role was to dance. Yeah,
was
don't
she
you
a
know that?
great-
I
in
think
some-
Sabrina was the best singer and the best dancer.
Okay, fair enough. But don't you know there are some boy bands where people didn't even sing, like Milli Vanilli, they just pretended to sing, and people that actually had roles just to dance in the background. I'm sure I can take that. One of them was just meant to be a dancer. How?
I mean, if we go back to, have you ever seen the new edition story on BT yet? If you ever watched that, it was literally 1 or 2 or 3 of them maybe singing most of the time in their actually records.
Bruh.
So, but anyway.
So if anyone knows where Sabrina is, Halsden, Northwest London.
I don't know if she's still there.
Shout out Sabrina. That's all. I hope you're alright.